Okay, Tom is not back yet, so I figured I would just talk about yesterday a little bit. So I feel really bad for leaving him because he's been out there for basically 24 hours. He's also with somebody who has hiking experience and he had his full pack and everything like that. So I think he's fine. The guy also has a satellite phone. If there was a situation where Tom got injured or something like that, he could radio it in and it would be no problem. Haven't heard anything like that, so we'll see what happens. But Tom just had his own pace yesterday, really. That's what it was. And they usually say that you need to be there by 2 in order to make it back down. We came close to that, and we still got back at 10 p.m. and it was dark. Hiking in the dark is no fun. So we left Tom, and he was doing his own thing. We found him again, and he was still making it, and he made it all the way to the top on his own. The other guy that he was with, Viking, ended up coming up after Tom had gone. So we talked to him, and he's got a lot of hiking experience and all that stuff. So he said that he would walk with Tom or whatever. So figure that'd be the best case scenario because he's also an older guy going at his own pace, but he's got the hiking experience. He had his full pack. Figured everything would be perfectly fine. Yeah, not here yet. Went and talked to the ranger, and he said he's got to wait until 8 or 8:30 until the headquarters open so they could see what they're going to do and see if they're going to actually send somebody out to go look for him or whatever. That's where we're at. I feel really bad about it. I wanted to stay after he made it to the summit, but I wasn't about to go back up there, and he sat down and had lunch and everything once he got up to the top. So my legs were done. I barely even made it to the top myself. It was really rough. The ranger said when his shift ended at 9 p.m., there were 11 people still out. It was pretty crazy. Hopefully he comes back in one piece. We're now staying here another night and just doing a 0 day before we actually start the 100-mile wilderness, because you can't camp in Baxter State Park unless you're at a campground. So we have to hike 11 miles to get out of the park to our first campsite. And I don't think it's going to happen today. I will check back in, hopefully with news of Tom. Okay, update on Tom and Viking. Viking apparently used his satellite phone and he called in, and they should be down in 30 minutes. So I don't think any injuries were shared, anything like that. So we'll just wait and see. Hopefully everything's good.
That's fantastic news. These are things they should let me know.
It was diverted. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
So we came in on a new trail.
You made it.
Maintainers up there working.
Yeah.
Boy Scout troopers
How you
in
feel?
there skinny dipping. And
Tired.
there's a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff going on up there.
Did you rest today? That's it.
We
So all
walked
in all, you're in good shape.
all night.
man. No.
Oh, you didn't stop?
We're
No.
Oh, you didn't stop?
Well-
Going up the
Well, yeah,
Table.
we had
Yep.
many stops.
beat my ass.
Oh, I
It
thought you
whooped me.
had camped out,
And the
like
ranger
set
that I talked
camp.
to
and-
almost at the top, he said,
No.
I don't know how many
Walk that
stops we
trail.
did, but
Now,
since it was,
Yeah, yeah.
since
we
the
would
slide.
stop,
and for curiosity
water,
on that,
eat a
I
little
know
bit,
three
and then carry
folks
on.
that were up
Wow.
on Trail 3.
You didn't camp
The ones
out?
that-
No,
Were they all
Wow.
together? When
I didn't have
you
anything to
got
camp
with
out
the
with.
three,
Well,
or-
he had his full
He
pack.
was
That's what
going
we were
back down
thinking.
here and the other one.
Okay, so Tom got back. He took a nap. He just woke up now. We were gonna stay over here with Viking, the guy that he hiked with, and Angela, but there's gonna be too many people over there, so they gave us another site that somebody else paid for tonight, but they already hit the trail, so we're just gonna take that over and we'll go from there. After we get set up, I'll get Tom on camera to talk about his night.
after I saw y'all coming down, I of course went up. I made the summit. After that, I came down. I met a hiker nicknamed of Viking. He said that he talked to you and Angela that he would do the rest of the hike with me because he wanted company. It's always best to be in twos when you're hiking something like that. And yeah, I agree. So we came down, we got down over there where the boulder area was. We got started down on it and we got down on the wrong path. And we ended up doing that later too because we was hoping to get to the ladder by dark, but that didn't happen. Okay, where we thought we were on the right path, again, and found that we wouldn't because we was trying to get to, we were right about there for where that ladder thing was. Viking led us down like a little cave thing, which basically came to a dead end unless you wanted to fall off the cliff. Trying to get back out of there was very difficult. I had practically used all my upper body strength and arms, and I was just completely exhausted at that point. So we rested a little bit, and then we finally came up and got back out of the cave and everything. And then we saw another blaze, which was much higher than where you normally look. So we went that way, and that's where we found the ladder. But the ladder was completely different. Initially, when we came up through there was a ladder, a handhold to get up to the thing. This had no handhold. We got down, and that's when it actually turned dark. So now we're going down through the boulder area and everything during the darkness. We had our lamps on, and mine died on the way down. So now I gotta get a replacement battery, or I need to go get another headlamp. Our goings was very, very slow, mostly because it was dark. We were trying to take our time. And then finally, Viking turned his headlamp off about 4:30 this morning, and it was just still slow going until we actually got down to the park. At the bottom, there was some Baxter State Park rangers. They radio ahead, saying that we were going to be down. The hikers that were stuck on the mountain will be down in about 30 minutes. Then we got down. We met Josh and Angela and the park ranger, and we gave him our information. Come to find out, there was a ranger that we met. I asked him, I said, am I too late? Can I go ahead and summit? He said, yeah, sure. Just be done by 5. And the same thing, Viking also met him, and he didn't say anything. Come to find out, he should have told us that we were past our curfew limit at 2 o'clock to summit, and should have turned us around right then. And that's pretty much all I can remember.
You lost your wallet.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big one.
In the boulder area, we had gotten so tired that it ripped my pants because we were sliding down the boulders because it was safer.
Mine got scuffed up too. So
Yeah.
if I did any more, then I would have lost mine too.
So yeah, it ripped out my right pocket and my right back pocket where I always keep my wallet. And when we got down, I reported it to the ranger, and he said a lot of times if people find items, they'll turn it in. So I may get the wallet back. The money probably doesn't matter. I had him call Daisy to tell him that I'd lost my wallet.
And Daisy didn't answer.
And Daisy didn't answer the phone. So anyway, I'll when we get to a point, I will have to hopefully tomorrow sometime. I'll have cell signal, and I will give Daisy a call and let her know. But I don't suspect that anybody's going to find the wallet for a couple of days if they find it. If I lost it over there where it was in the cave, then it's probably lost forever. Never done it.
And he was out there for 25 hours, and they did not sleep. They had to keep going. You're not allowed to camp out in the park. I'm sure they could have made an exception here, especially since Viking had his full pack, so they could have camped out if it got really bad. But yeah, 25 hours. It took me and Angela 15 hours. It was crazy. There was a lot of people hiking in the dark. The ranger said at 9 p.m. there was 11 people still out there. If you're planning on doing Katahdin, you need to be prepared. It is intense. They say it's a struggle, but they don't describe it well enough. It's the most intense hike I've ever done, ever.
It is a difficult hike. If you want to feel safe, I would recommend carrying a rope and a couple of carabiners, and make sure you go up with somebody else That way you can both safely get up and down those items, because it was kind of scary in a couple of those places.
And we also mentioned an emergency blanket, just in case you are caught out there, because nobody brings their tent and all that stuff. So something like that would come in handy. But man, it was crazy. And I say hike, but half of it is basically mountain climbing. It's exactly what it is. But now we spent the day relaxing. Tom slept, and we're preparing for our actual hike tomorrow. Are you ready?
Almost. As you can see, I'm repacking,
Yeah, I need to do that too.
so I can be ready in the morning. So all I got to do is pack up my sleeping bag, sleeping mat, and tent, and I'm good.
All right.
Hopefully, I won't be so sore in the morning.
I think I'm gonna be more sore. I'm kind of surprised that I'm not as sore as I think I should be.
Right now, it's most painful getting up and down from just sitting.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're gonna make some dinner soon, and that's gonna be the rest of our night.
They gotta move the.
All right, guys, that is it for this day of lounging and all that stuff. Tomorrow, we officially start the trail.